Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into something pretty transformative. It's this idea that the real key to wealth and happiness, well, it isn't about chasing after success. It's about becoming the kind of person who just naturally attracts it. I love this quote because it just flips everything we think we know on its head, right? It's saying success isn't something you go out and get. It's something you become. It's all an inside-out job. What you see on the outside, in your life, is really just a reflection of what's going on inside you. So this really breaks down that shift in how you think about it. On one hand, you have pursuing success, just chasing after stuff. But on the other hand, you have attracting it. That's where you work on yourself, you build those skills, that discipline, and you basically become a magnet for all the good stuff. And that idea, that's what we're going to call the attraction principle. So let's get into it. Why is working on yourself the real engine behind all this? Okay, so here's the core of it. Your income, your happiness, they're almost never going to outgrow you, your personal development. Think about it. You might get lucky, sure, a little windfall here and there, but for real lasting success, you have to actually grow into the person who can handle it and keep it going. All right, so we've got the principle down. Now, how do we actually do this? Let's get into the practical steps. And step one is all about finding those game-changing ideas. And this is a big one. So often we think, if I only had the money. But what if that's not the real problem? What if the real problem is a lack of a good idea? Because with the right idea, you can pretty much create whatever you need. So how do we find these ideas? Well, there are three main ways to do it. Think of these as your personal development toolkit. You read, you listen, and you observe. Let's break down each one. First up, reading. Look, going to school is great, for sure, but self-education, that's where the magic really happens. And it doesn't have to be this huge thing. We're talking just 30 minutes a day. That small investment can literally save you years of making mistakes on your own. Okay, pillar number 2, listening. In this quote, it's a bit of a zinger, right? But the point is so powerful. Go find people who have already done what you want to do and just listen. Seriously, one good conversation, one solid piece of advice can be worth more than a college degree. And the third way is observing. But this isn't just about looking around with your eyes, that's sight. We're talking about insight, seeing with your mind. It's about being a detective, looking for the clues that successful people and situations leave behind for you to find. Okay, so you've got the ideas flowing in. Now comes the part where the rubber meets the road. Step 2. Go to work. And this is maybe the most important point of all. You can read all the books, listen to all the experts, but if you don't do anything with it, it's just trivia. It's useless. It's only when learning leads to action that things actually start to change. And taking action doesn't mean you have to go out and conquer the world tomorrow. No, it starts small. You build these little daily disciplines. Think of it like building a muscle at the gym. Each small rep makes you stronger, getting you ready for those bigger challenges down the line. All right, we're on to the final part now. And this one, it's less of a step and more of a really important caution, a rule to live by for the long haul. So the advice here is pretty simple, but it's crucial. Learn the rules of the game, whatever your game is, and play by them. Don't try to find some clever shortcut or beat the system, because all those shortcuts, they just lead to a cheap life. True success, the kind that lasts, is built on doing things the right way. So after all of that, what does it all boil down to? What's the big takeaway here? This quote just lays it all out, doesn't it? The next 5 years of your life are pretty much going to look like your last 5. Unless you decide starting tomorrow to change things. The power isn't in some grand 5-year plan. It's in the decision you make today to be different tomorrow. So, that's the question we want to leave you with. It's all in your hands. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that's going to make all the difference? What's that one change you're going to make?